The tarot and astrology are unambiguously linked. This is in structure and in praxis. And I first discovered this when I was a wee baby astrologer and I picked up this book. It is Corinne Kenner's Tarot and Astrology, Enhancing Your Readings with the Wisdom of the Zodiac. This is a fantastic book for introducing yourself to how the tarot and astrology are interlocked. Clearly, I've had it for a while, and truly, I love it. I really feel like it's a great beginner's guide if you're just getting into astrology, if you're just getting into tarot, if you're comfortable with both but you didn't know that they were linked. Like, this is fantastic. It's a fantastic book. And in today's video, I'll be using Kenner's book as a reference point to introduce my brand new series, The Decans through the Zodiac. And for my interpretation of the Decans, it really relies heavily on both of these mediums. So let's dig in. If you're new to this channel, my name is Seth and I enjoy creating videos that help us in the astrology community stay well-rounded and always thinking critically. If you're already familiar with the tarot and you just want to understand how I'm getting this interpretation, then you can skip forward to this timestamp on the screen. But also, please consider checking out my Mars Through the Signs series so you can see this approach in action. But for everyone else, so I'm going to hop right into the function of the tarot. A cursory glance at what is most relevant here. If you are interested in the mysteries and the multi-tiered ziggurat-laden history of the tarot, then please let me know in the comments, and I'm sure we can do a deep dive in the near future. The major arcana is how we refer to the first 22 cards in the tarot deck. These cards align with the particular planets and signs that you're already used to with astrology. So the Lover's card aligns with Gemini, where the Magician aligns with Mercury. The Justice card may align with Libra, but it's the Empress that aligns with Venus. And this goes on, and so forth. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are much younger in our known history than astrology, and especially than the tarot. But they do manage to fit neatly right into the fold. Kenner describes the images of the major arcana as cosmic stereotypes, and that means that these cards represent the archetypes of the tarot cards. Like a typical deck of playing cards, the tarot deck has 4 suits. You have your wands, you have your cups, you have your swords, and you have your pentacles. The suit of wands symbolizing life and inspiration. The suit of cups symbolizing emotional circumstances. The suit of swords symbolizing intellectual concepts and frameworks, and the suit of pentacles symbolizing emotional reality and the material. And you can find that the suit of pentacles are also called the suit of coins or the suit of discs, depending on the deck that you're using. I'm sure most of you already know where this is going, and it's that this is where the 4 elements of astrology become relevant. How the bold and vital nature of fire relates to the suit of wands. The strong association with emotions that the element of water and the suit of cups share. How both air and the suit of swords reside in the world of the mind. Whereas the grounded and practical nature of earth relates to the suit of pentacles. So we've covered the planets, the signs, and the elements so far. And we've successfully introduced a comparison between the tarot deck and a regular deck of playing cards by discussing the suits. But what we won't be discussing is further familiar cards that are broken up into suits as well, like the aces and the court cards, like kings and queens. The tarot deck has a king and a queen and a knight and a page for every suit within its deck. But we just don't have the time to get into all of that today. So again, leave a comment below or hit us up on Instagram or Twitter and just let us know that you're interested, and we will not have a problem putting together a deep dive for you guys. What we're moving on to now are the numbered cards of the tarot deck. It's 2 through 10 for each suit, just like playing cards. It's these numbered cards that make up the majority of the minor arcana, outside of the aces and the kings, like I just said. We're not going to be discussing them. But this is where we derive the connection between tarot and the decans. For each numbered card of every suit in the tarot relates to one decan within astrology. The decans are divided by the degrees of a given sign. There are 3 decans for every sign of the zodiac, and they're divided evenly. So from 0 to 9 degrees of any sign will give you the first decan of that sign. From 10 to 19 degrees of any sign will give you the second decan of that sign. And from 20 to 29 degrees of any sign will give you the third decan of that sign. So, if we were discussing Capricorn, that would mean that 0 to 9 degrees of Capricorn is the first decan of Capricorn. From 10 to 19 degrees of Capricorn is the second decan of Capricorn. And if you're with me, then you understand what the third decan of Capricorn is. I have my 7th house cusp sitting at 26 degrees of Capricorn. And that means that my 7th house cusp lands within the third decan of Capricorn. If you're someone out there who has Jupiter sitting at 12 degrees of Capricorn in your chart, that means that your Jupiter sits within the second decan of Capricorn within your natal chart. What the decans do is allow us to zoom in further and derive more information from placements that we may have thought were simple at first. You may know that you're a Libra, but do you know what decan of Libra your sun actually sits in? The decans are one of my favorite astrological tools. And it was the connection to the tarot that really made the interpretation of the decans mean so much to me. So we've worked our way from the tarot and its structure, to how astrology relates to that structure, to introducing the concept of the decans of the zodiac, to now being able to ask, what does it all really mean? What does interpreting the decans through an inductive astrological lens look like? Well, the simplest answer is that each decan of the zodiac aligns with a numbered card of the minor arcana. And aren't you glad I didn't start out this video by saying that? And if this video did its job, you completely understand exactly what I mean by that very simple answer. You can pick up a tarot deck and just get it and just know that every time you pull out a numbered card and understand that for each one that you see, it aligns with a decan of the zodiac, and you understand what a decan of the zodiac is, right? Like, that's the point of a preface, because this is going to be my topic for the next couple of months. So you kind of have to get it. If you do not, rewind this video back and watch it again, or leave a comment, ask a question on Twitter or Instagram, engage, because again, this is going to be what I'm talking about for a while. So get engaged, let me know, let's talk about it, let's discuss it. I'm very excited. So to really finish and flesh out this concept, let's refer back to my 7th house placement. It's at 26 degrees of Capricorn, which means it's sitting within the third decan of Capricorn. The third decan of Capricorn relates to the 4 of Pentacles within the tarot. Thinking back to when I referenced that Libra sun, the 3 decans of Libra relate to the 2, 3, and 4 of Swords in the tarot. Capricorn is an earth sign, and that means its decans are represented by the suit of Pentacles within the tarot. Libra is an air sign, and that means that its decans are represented by the suit of Swords in the tarot. This goes for fire and water signs as well. Expect for their decans to be represented by the suit of Wands and the suit of Cups, respectively. The numbered cards in regards to the decans are broken up into 3s as well. So as we discussed, Libra is represented by the 2, 3, and 4 cards of the tarot. And this is because Libra is cardinal. But it is the 2, 3, and 4 cards of Swords because Libra is an air sign. The decans of Cancer are divided by the 2, 3, and 4 cards in the tarot as well. And that's because Cancer is cardinal. But it is the 2, 3, and 4 of Cups because Cancer is a water sign. And Aries and Capricorn get represented by the 2, 3, and 4 cards of their respective suits as well because they are cardinal as well. And if you're with me, then you should already know what those respective suits are. The 5s, the 6s, and the 7s of the minor arcana go to the fixed signs. So you've got your Leo, you got your Taurus, you got your Aquarius, you got your Scorpio. And lastly, you've got your 8, you got your 9s, you got your 10s, and those go to the mutable signs. So we're talking Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini. There is so much more to dive into when it comes to how the tarot informs the interpretation of the Decans, but as it says in the title of this video, this is just a preface. The fun of my new series will be diving into the juicy details of every Decan, for every sign. That's right, all 36, baby, and I cannot wait to bring this to you. And I really hope that you guys cannot wait to see it, because I am ecstatic. I truly love the Decans. If you want to be one of the first to see my new series, The Decans of the Zodiac, become a patron at patreon.com/thecusp.astro. There you can gain early access for as low as $3 a month. And if you've enjoyed this video and want to see this channel grow, then consider subscribing if you haven't already and giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps the videos make friends with the algorithm. Down in the footnotes, you will find a link to my Mars Through the Signs series. I utilize this approach as I've laid out how to utilize this approach in this preface in that series. So check it out if you want to see this approach in action. You'll also find links to our social media down in the footnotes. So be sure to give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter. It would be greatly appreciated. And while you're taking advantage of all of these opportunities to help support the channel, don't forget to embrace the stars, but always think critically. See you soon.